Well, hello everybody. Major video. Breaking news, a long time coming. USA transforms the entire COVID narrative going forward. I just hours ago here, and it's too bad I had to wait till after work, but them's the breaks. I wish I had recorded everything of that beta test by Global News and the interview completed by a Global News reporter and the CDC. And it was incredible. It's unbelievable, and what the government of Canada has done. Just here a few hours ago, Global releases an interview from the CDC going through masking the new CDC standards on COVID-19. It's great. It's getting out of the pandemic right across the United States of America. CDC reports in what they're doing now with the vaccinated, how they're treating the unvaccinated, and it was a reality coming. I think a lot of it has to do with Donald Trump just in this last week. I went through a lot of that. A lot of people don't like that. But when you tune in tomorrow morning and you leave Canada's media and you go across the United States, I've screenshotted a whole pile. I wish I had recorded that beta test interview officially by the CDC for Canadian reporters. And of course, Justin Trudeau, Canada's Parliament, which is Aaron O'Toole in the opposition. It's been scrapped, everybody, scrapped. I got it. I kicked myself. I didn't want to disturb my co-workers. There's also issues at work with running video. I mean, it's the Christmas time. I wanted to run it, but I didn't want to disturb all my co-workers. I wanted to record all of that for you. You can say it's not true, but I promise you I screenshotted all CDC's official results, what's in America right now, which all 50 state governors are sharing. It isn't every state, but it's going to be by midday tomorrow, and they're easing massive on isolation for fully vaccinated or unvaccinated. What they're saying is different isolation requirements. If you're fully vaccinated, they're telling you that if you get exposed to somebody with COVID-19, you only have to isolate for 2 days now. Doesn't matter trips, all of it. Upwards of 5 days if after 2 days you start developing symptoms. If it's gone by day 5, go back to work, all is well. If you're exposed, fully vaccinated, boosters up to date, they list all vaccines by manufacturer. If you're fully vaccinated, boosted in America, you can go back to work right away if you don't have any issues. They just ask you wear a mask for 5 days, and if at that point you don't have any of the symptoms, you can remove the mask. They're telling this for all the general public. Already a lot of states, not a lot, but a good handful of U.S. states didn't enforce any masking rules, but now it's going right across America. They flag hot spots. They're targeting the unvaccinated, as I was slapped hard by Illinois. I got an email from their governor, and my narrative on American Medicaid and Medicare. I apologize, I was wrong. They do have a socialized side of their Medicare, and it does cost the taxpayers every ICU and hospitalization upwards of $20,000 US. About half as much as what it would cost Canadians in our public, fully funded healthcare system. A little less than half, I guess, dollar for dollar. So I apologize for that. I was wrong in my narrative on USA and Medicare and Medicaid. The portion that taxpayers do pay. America is going across in joint narrative, both Republicans and Democrats, by each and every state governor, telling all unvaccinated people, you're a major cost, you're a major problem. Rules will be enforced against you if you're fully vaccinated with all the different vaccines listed. What rules and what normalcy you get in the United States of America, even Canadians traveling there, and it's being sent to Ottawa right now. That's a fact. I've screenshotted everything from the CDC, so unless a miracle happens by noon tomorrow, which I doubt, I have all those records clearly screenshotted. When I get up before work tomorrow or during that, I'm going to post all of that for all of you. You can look at it. United States of America is ending the socialism of what the pandemic can generate. They're opening up. They have all the data they need. They have Omicron, that 45-minute session. I was privileged to be a part of, just, again, a few hours to go. And when I tried to share it to all of you, the government of Canada pulled it. Global has it. It's not to be published at this time, I guess. Like a lot of news that I encountered with interviews in my 2019 election run, you find that the powers that be have the media companies put those in a shoebox, not to be released to the public. And as it stands now, the whole removal of masks throughout the entirety of the USA for places that aren't serious hotspots, a lot of people aren't going to have to wear masks anymore, including places of employment. They have it all articulated very well on the CDC site. Governors are going through it with their health professionals, presenting a clear, excellent presentation on what's what. Canada is not following suit at this time. You will find media tonight, even over the last 15 hours, saying we need time to analyze the CDC results. Of course, Canada is a fully public, socialized medical system, and they don't want to end the whole anti-vax narrative. They don't want to end the idea of a supreme health socialism. This is the rot of Canada. It's coming full circle. It's going to be wide open. If USA goes this route, Canada is not going to get away with their lunatic socialist narrative. Anti-vax is going in the garbage, as is what Donald Trump has rolled out, as what the Republicans are pursuing, what the Democrats are pursuing. They are uniting under one banner. As I've stated, because I follow it to a T, I stayed loyal to the GOP. I've stayed in both the NRC and the RPC. I've stayed in both of them. I've never left. Always been active with the best experts. I had such a privileged couple of sessions tonight. Truly incredible day with some bad news today all the way up. It was a rotten day. What an excellent finish to my day. This has to be shared out. It's got to go out. People got to wake up. What Canada is telling you, the government of Canada, is not the narrative, not even close, of the entirety of the United States of America going forward. You will find there are very, very limited restrictions, depending again on density of your state. Are there serious hotspots? California, New York, sure, and other major metropolises. Welcome to density in a virus. Does that, mean that vaccinated have to wear masks in certain settings? Sure, but not right across the United States, not everywhere. They have a way better system incorporated over the last 12 hours. Governors are presenting it. Joe Biden's government presenting it. CDC taking interviews all over the world, including Canadian media. Again, I was privileged, for those just joining, I was privileged to be in that beta test. I heard the whole interview. I'm kicking myself now for not recording it, but it does not matter. I've screenshotted all the changes in CDC that will be made available to everyone who wishes to share. Very excellent screenshots. You can scan the codes. Legitimate 110%. Get vaccinated, folks. That's the way to opening up fully. Learn the absolute tests by the CDC in their entirety and what herd immunity and vaccines promise. They are 100%. You will find Donald Trump repeatedly going on tour all over America, repeating this in all forums he stands in. He doesn't have the social media platform. Follow his son on Facebook. You will find this absolute truth. The GOP is 110% behind it. They've got their numbers. They know what the unvaccinated are costing American taxpayers. They are not down with the socialism, the autocracy. They've come to a mutually agreed narrative going forward based on science and vaccination. You're going to learn the truth. Again, I can't prove this entirely, but it was stated by the CDC in an interview with Global News in that beta test that has now been made unavailable to all Canadians at this time. Will it be released in a few days? I don't know. When I attempted to share it to all of you, 44 minutes of its entirety with Q&A and CDC telling everybody what Omicron is promising for vaccinated immune systems and herd immunity, how it alleviates Delta and everything else, naturally is great. Anti-vaxxers, your narratives are garbage, and so are many of the socialist governments, utilizing you at the one hand and then implementing extreme socialism. The jig's up. USA is not going with the narrative. The game is over. Anti-vax is screwed, and so are all autocratic regime governments, just like dirty, corrupt, filthy Trudeau liberals, Aaron O'Toole's conservatives, and Jagmeet Singh's garbage NDP. Corruption to the likes of which only seen in South Africa 1984 in its prior existence. Outlawed, destroyed, decimated. Canada needs the next action. Now, I'm sure the chicken shit Canadian governments are going to take a few days to roll out their bullshit narrative going forward, or perhaps they're going to scrutinize social media, scrutinize media, destroy experts including my friends when I try to share the truth. We'll see, but I don't know how they're going to garbage my screenshots from the CDC and all its entire updates made available publicly that I'm going to release tomorrow, and you can all confirm entirely what I've told you today is 110% truthful. America isn't biting in to the bullshit. It's over. Vaccines have proven effective. They've achieved a level of herd immunity. They're now fighting back against the anti-vax and extreme socialist narrative of a funded healthcare entirely by taxpayers. Not going to happen in the United States. Both Democrats and Republicans have come together. Isolations are transforming literally almost nothing depending on your vaccination company and status and the time between your boosters and vaccinations. Pay attention, people. This is the future. This is where we're going, and if Canada doesn't follow suit, I'm fairly certain that the greatest type individuals, those with the mind, the skill sets, are going to leave corrupt Canada if it doesn't change its evil ways. I know I'm not sticking around if this is the path forward and the lunacy and the fear-mongering continue to enforce serious civil law and socialist practices. I won't be playing along. It's already been made very clear to me that I don't even have to go to Russia because the data supports a lot of what I say. I still may very well do that just for the benefit of the institution of Russia, because I would be more than willing to use my body to strengthen that institution going forward. That's how I feel. And we'll see. I like what's happening. We're going to see if Canada breaks over the next couple days. What I've told you is breaking. It's real, it's credible, verifiable, and I will release everything, screenshot by screenshot, and all the images tomorrow. Don't be foolish, share it. Don't be caught on the wrong side of history. Believe what you like, it's true. And you can even look at news media as plain as Canada has made it for all Canadians and First Peoples, keeping you in the dark. Go beyond Canada. Go to the United States of America state by state. Listen to governors' addresses. Go check out Alaska. Seriously, Republican has had no mask mandates since June. See what even they are saying. There's a great interview by Illinois, a state I've targeted on many levels. Gave me shit, and again I'm going to say to everybody, I've apologized. I was wrong about American Medicaid and Medicare. Taxpayers in the United States do fund that. Upwards of 20,000 American dollars per every unvaccinated ICU over 30-day experience. Taxpayers fund that. I was wrong. I was wrong. Thank you. That's my video. Share America's pulling out of the pandemic, and for vaccinated people up to date, following suit, especially with specific mRNA vaccinations like Pfizer, you are virtually free, depending if you enter a seriously dense city with extreme COVID cases and breakouts as waves happen. That will change. And they have an available site where you can search. Even a little old Canadian like myself can now travel freely throughout America with no mask. Forced to wear a mask all over Canada, but I can enter the USA and not have to do that, not have to go through isolations, lockdowns, restrictions like we are in Canada. My status right now today, and by January 6th, I'll be cemented. If I wanted to leave here forever and live pretty much semi-normal life in the United States of America, or walk around like a complete imbecile with a mask everywhere I go, having to constantly be scrutinized and go through serious civil law socialist practices only extreme autocratic regimes offer. We'll see. I'm going to fight, but I'll tell you, if the option is available to live a nearly normal life in the United States of America, or live here like a handicapped, like a mental handicap, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play the game. I won't be doing it for Trudeau. I won't be doing it for Aaron O'Toole. I won't be doing it for Jagmeet Singh, Yves Blanchette, or Maxime Bernier. I'm done. And I can promise you, anybody with any skill set, special qualification, will follow suit. Canada will bleed out. I can see Canada changing everything over the next 48 hours. I could see that, but hey, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Canadians are too far gone and too far institutionalized, and Justin Trudeau, Aaron O'Toole, Jagmeet Singh, Yves Blanchette are going to win. I don't know. Maybe we're just that far gone in Canada. I don't know. Share this video. It's huge. It's important. It's got to go out. Don't listen to anti-vaxxers anymore. Listen to the United States of America. Listen to the CDC. If you're fully vaccinated, there's a lot you need to know, because America's released a ton. And I'm going to release that all for you tomorrow. Thanks. That's my video. Enjoy your day. I'm going to sleep well. I feel great. It's just a matter of where is my country going to go? Where are the people of Canada going to go? Because I'm not going with them if it's the direction that I don't like. That's a fact. That's a fact. Check out all the myth busts by both Republicans and Democrats alike. The radical anti-vaxxer is done. The serious leftist socialist is done, which is almost the entire Parliament of Canada. Every legislative elected party in Canada on the provincial and territorial level. It's a shame, it's a disgrace, it's disgusting. They all work together to destroy Canadians and the First Peoples. It's wrong on so many levels. Check it out, go to the CDC. Lots of new information for all of you right there. Bye now.